Hey friends, how are you guys? Hey, just a little quick lesson out here in the world of mathematics, and just want to talk to you about a couple things. This is something called a ray. My dad's name was Ray. That's not really about mathematics. It just made me think of Dad. Anyway, and if I had 2 points, notice that the ray is an arrow that goes on out in space forever, but it starts at an endpoint, and that's endpoint A, and then we we need another point to be able to say this is ray AB, ray AB. Okay, cool. Now if we go to another example of this, we can also, whoopsie. Come on, what's up? I'm not getting it. Hold on, it's okay. Oh yeah, here we go. And we do this. Now we have an angle because it takes 2 rays connected at a point to make an angle. Not an angel, an angle. Now there's the point. Let's put a point here, okay? And now you have 3 points to make up an angle. And let's just label this to make our life simple. A, B, and what's your next letter you want to put there? It's just kind of just life in the alphabet. 26 letters. You only have 26 to choose from. There's 3 of them, whatever, 23 left. Could have made some other choices. But anyway, that's not the point. Okay, back to, and by the way, there's 1 vowel on this. That's not the point. Stop it. Okay, so here's an angle. And the way we label this angle, the rest of your mathematic days, so if you listen to this and you just focus on this, you're going to be cool. This is angle B, A, C. Now that's counterintuitive to you, perhaps. Just notice that the A is in the middle of the label. But that's because when you talk about an angle, you got to start like this and go like this so that everyone is talking a common language. It's this angle. Okay? However, if you notice, could you start over here? You could. You could call this angle CAB. Okay? Because you could just say, hey, I'm talking about this angle. So you don't want to talk about angle A because that's not an angle. That's a point. You want to talk about, so this is the vertex. Can you say vertex in your brain? Don't say it out loud. Why are you doing that? Stop it. Vertex. And the vertex must go in the middle of your label. Okay? Not simple. Let's try another one. So we're going to go like so. And we're going to go like so. Okay, good. And we're going to take these guys. Hold on, let me shrink them a little bit. Shrink ray. Okay, good. And then what we're going to say is we got to put a point on them because you can't really talk about this angle unless you have places to talk about them. So again, this is going to be C, D, and P, my favorite letter. And we're going to talk now about this particular angle. Now, a couple things we can say about this angle. First of all, how do we label it? Well, first, there's 2 ways to label it. It is angle, and we always put the little angle mark. CDP, again, the vertex in the middle. Or angle BDC. See what I mean? Notice vertex in the middle. Okay. The other thing we can say about this angle is, what type of angle is it? Well, now we start to talk about not just labeling it and calling it, but what type of angle is it? Well, we really have 3 types of angles. Okay, we have this type. This type is considered to be larger than 90 degrees. Here's the 90 degrees. We put that little box in there to prove that it's 90 degrees. Perfect right angle, like a doorway or a TV corner. There's all kinds of 90-degree angles on the floor, above your head, everywhere. Right? But this is greater than 90. It's this much greater. We don't know what it measures, but we know it's greater than 90. We call those obtuse. So say that in your brain, obtuse. Another type of angle, we just talked about a right angle, right? Another type of angle is, don't panic, gotta move it. This one, it's less than 90 degrees. Less than 90 degrees. We call that acute. I always think it's tiny, it's cute, it's a cute angle. And let's label this angle. Okay. That's an E, sorry. Doesn't look that great, but there it is. EGF. So EGF. So you would call this then, you'd write it as FEG, because again, the vertex has to go in the middle, or you would call it, what? GEF, angle GEF. Okay, good, cool. And it's also acute. It's tiny. It's less than 90 degrees. Beautiful. Cool. So there's 3 types of angles. How you label them. We also have one more thing I want to discuss with you is, see if I can pull it up here. Looks like I can only do this in one way, so we'll do it like this. Okay, and it is called a line. Now lines are different than rays because they go on forever out in space both directions, technically speaking. I know probably for years you've always thought, well, that's a line. No, it's not. So let's say that this is P and Q. We can name this line P and Q or Q and P. Either way it works. We just put a little arrow line so we actually signify that it's a line on top. If it's a line segment like this guy, it's just a piece of a line, technically speaking. And this is, let's say it's X and Y. It's just a segment because those are the points. Sorry, I should put the points right there. Big points, X and Y points. Yes. Line segment, we would simply do this, just a segment, or YX. Okay, so we have rays, and again, a ray has an endpoint, but it goes on in space forever, like this guy. We have lines, go on forever in either direction, and segments that don't have, they stop at a point. Okay, and angles, and 3 different types of angles. They are a right angle, whoopsie, a right angle, 90 degrees. We have obtuse, which is larger than 90. And finally, we have acute, which is less than 90. Sweet! You guys got it. Bam. Good little lesson about lines.